Greetings everyone and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles. It has been a little while since we last covered this game on the channel, but many things have changed. The game has now been released. It's available on GOG and on Steam. Links of course will be in the description below. We're currently on version 1.04 and there have been some big changes and some little changes. There have even been new features, new industries added in. There's even now an army that you can recruit, so it's not purely defensive. You can't, well, I guess it is still defensive in that you wait for someone to attack you, but you now have an army you can send out to attack the invaders rather than waiting for them to approach your walls. So I thought now was a good time for us to try the game out again. So, selecting our kingdom, you can go with Paxlon, no threats, it's a peaceful land with no enemy invaders, long, lovely summers, short and mild winters, or Sommern, which is easy, a good reason for a new ruler, long lovely summers, short and mild winters, less raiders and dragons. Or Vintar, which is hard. A harsh land, but a wise ruler can succeed, more raiders and dragons, possible to lose if happiness goes too low for too long. We're of course going to be picking this one because I'm already very familiar with the majority of the game systems. Now then, choosing a land. I don't think this land is particularly nice. Let's go with something else, shall we? Let's have a look. We want somewhere with nice lush fields for some early farming. There's too many unusable, infertile fields around there. Let's keep going. Ooh, now that is a possibility. Also there as well, we've got some really fertile fields around here. Also up there, lots of nasty rocks, so lots of them, which is kind of a pain. We can get rid of these now, but it's a bit costly. But honestly, I think this land is a keeper. We've got a couple of sites. We've got one over there. It's got trees. It's got rock. It's got iron, and plenty of fertile fields around here. The iron. Well, we'd need a bridge to get the rock. But we've got trees and we've got really fertile fields. Or somewhere up here, which has kind of got a mix. Got some good expansion opportunities there. Yes, I think we're going to be settling here. Now, we'll have a look at the various banners we have. Roll 20, that's fantastic. I kind of like the sword with the winged serpents. Dragon's Beach. No. Let's not name our kingdom Dragon's Beach, but I do like the dragon theme. Let's see, how long can these be? Let's go for Dapper Dragon Roost. There we go. We'll go along with the dragon field, but it's got to be dapper because it's a dapperling kingdom, damn it. There we are. Okay. So, unpopulated land. The king has decreed that Dragon's Beach shall henceforth be known as Dapper Dragon's Roost. Indeed, I have decreed it, so you better remember. Now then, where are we going to place our keep? The most important of all buildings. Well, at the beginning, anyway. We could plump our keep somewhere around here, I suppose. Let's think. I guess we could pop it there. We kind of obscure a few things, but I wouldn't be against this if we placed it. Well, actually, how about we have the keep a little bit more central? Then we can build out from it, and then we can have some walls around it and make it look really quite nice. Yes, okay, we'll pop it right there. There we go. So our keep shall be constructed. We've got some time controls down in the bottom. Now, we're going to need a few roads, and there are a couple of things that we are going to need very quickly, namely, and probably chief among them, farms. So let's build a little road coming out from the entrance there to the keep. We'll bring it up all the way over there. There we go. Now, for food, we're going to want some farms. We have nowhere yet to store the food, which is a problem. That's going to come with time, but let's go ahead and pop down just a few farms. We've only got... we haven't got very many people at all yet, actually. We probably want to wait on that then. Let's clear out some room for our people first. Let's get a little bit of wood coming in. We're also going to definitely want stone, which is why I'm building the road where I'm building it, just straight up so that we can get to the quarry. In fact, we might be able to place the quarry down. It requires 15 straight away. Okay, well, that's fine. Got a little bit of time to go. Let's speed things up just slightly. There we go. My lord, no one is available to work on our new construction. Try closing non-essential buildings to free up workers and make new homes. I honestly thought it said nonsensical construction. I was like, the king never decrees any nonsensical constructions. If the king has decreed it, then it is by definition not nonsensical. You scallywag. Off with his head. But there we are. I was mistaken. It's fine. How much wood are we going to have here? Plenty of wood now. Good. Right, we want a quarry. And we want the quarry to be... yeah, sure, we'll place it there. There we are. And with that built, we should have some stone flowing into the kingdom. We still need a lot more food, but we could start out with an orchard if we really wanted to. Can't be flooded by heavy rains. Food not stored by winter's end is lost. Vulnerable to flooding. I'd rather have an orchard early on if we can. Maybe even 2 orchards. That would actually be quite lovely around the castle. So yeah, we'll plonk down an orchard right there. It'll only be 1, and then we'll have a couple of other things. But we do need houses fairly soon as well to start actually bringing people in. We need probably a house around by the quarry, and a second house there. That way they'll have a neighbour and they'll be happy about that. There we go. We can speed things up a little bit more. In fact, we probably need to close the quarry for now, just so that we've got our workers doing other things. There we go. Let's get you all out there doing other stuff. We have got a little bit of storage space at the castle, thankfully. Hello, my advisors. Good day, sire. Sire, we have a new construction, but no one available to build it. Perhaps we should temporarily close down buildings and move and build new homes. Good day, sire. We need farms first to feed our workers. Yeah, we do. We'll get them. Don't worry. There we go. We've got some extra housing, so that should be good. They've popped out. They've grabbed a little bit of food. That's good. If we have a look in there, has no food, too far away, or none available. No, you do have food. Stop lying to me. Both of you have got a little bit of charcoal, a little bit of food, but you're actually running out of charcoal fairly quickly, which is a bit of a pain. It has a very similar system to the game Banished, in that the head of the household will be the one going out and gathering stuff for the whole household. So you only have one person having to ferry resources back and forth, which is quite nice. My lord, 4 people found a satisfactory home and decided to stay to serve you. Glorious. We've got 1 more bed than we have available. We have peasants, so there's room for expansion there. I would like some more housing, though, if we can possibly make it happen. A cottage would be grand, but that will probably have to wait. Where else could we put some houses? You know what? Sure, we need some peasant housing right around the castle. For you know, our trusted servants. The cooks and the gamekeepers. There we go. Let's build a little road for them as well. We need to get more people in. What we really need, though, more than anything probably, is a granary so we can actually store our food come winter time. Though I don't think a orchard functions in quite the same way. So we might not be on as short a timer with that, but we do need farms as well. So it would be wise to get that going sooner rather than later. Excuse me, I've still got a frog in my throat. I wish he would move out. It's very inconvenient for a YouTuber to have a frog living in his throat. I'm actually coming down with a cold. So the next couple of videos are probably going to sound very snuffly or very croaky. One or the other, or both, maybe, if I'm particularly unlucky. Let's hope I'm not, though. Right, let's see. We need a granary. We now need stone. We have got plenty of idle workers, so we can open this up. Let's get you in there making lots of bricks for the castle. Sire, our peasants worry about the food for winter. We must do something about our food supply. Well, I'll try, but man, these peasants, they eat too much. Can't I put them down half rations or something? Let's get some farms there. We've got plenty. Have we got? Yes, we've got enough for a granary. Fantastic. Where's the door to the granary? The door is that way, so yes, go right there. Perfect. Let's get that built. Unfortunately, these farms were built at the wrong time because there's no one going to be around to. Well, I mean, the winter's here, so you know it's going to be pretty rough. Got a little bit of food stored in the tiny little granary at the side of the keep, but it's not great. I'll be honest, not great. Our granary is not particularly full of food. It may be rough, but we should be okay. We should be able to get through it while our population is this small. We shouldn't struggle too much. Right, so the next thing we want a regular source of wood. Can we build a forester? We can indeed. Oh, how marvelous. We can build it right here, and the forester would... I don't know. I've never noticed... Oh, dragon sighted. That's a little bit earlier than I imagined. Didn't mean to press escape there. Hello. Just coming by to check things out. It's clearly not an enemy. Just wants a roost. Somewhere warm for the winter. Unfortunately, our castle is not it. Our castle is actually quite cold. We haven't even got a charcoal production up and running yet. You may as well just move on, friendly dragon. I do hope you're friendly, because we haven't built a well. That'll be bad. We will get all kinds of fires. Yep, nothing here. Nothing worth your time yet. Nothing worth your time at all. And it looks like the dragon's like, nah, yeah, I'll wait for this town to develop a little bit more before I come demanding homage, demanding sacrifices, burninating your thatched cottages, etc., etc. Fair enough. Right, okay, well, we've got some farms producing, and I think, honestly, having a forester around here somewhere would be a good idea. Let's go to industry tab for the forester, obviously. He says, trying to hide the fact that he was looking in the wrong tab for so long. All right, we'll pop this one right there. It can be next to this. That's not the ideal location because we could have an extra quarry there, but right now, it's not a big concern. I'll move it later on should I need to. We'll build out the roads there. I would also really quite like a small stockpile, but that will probably take a little bit of time. Now, if we allow the foresters there to be built, we should start seeing wood start moving in. There we go. Bunch of food being delivered. Oh, fantastic. Let's have a look in the granary. Are you full of foods? Can I move this out of the way so I can see inside? I really want to see inside the granary, you see. Because you can actually look inside. I mean, what's the point of having an awesome building that opens up so I can see inside when I can't actually see inside over the overlay? Scallywags. Scallywags, I say. But we can have a look down here and it'll give us a general idea of how much is being eaten, how much we're producing. We gained 8 last year, which is good. We have not gained any charcoal last year. We don't have that for wood or stone because they're highly variable. They're more or less when you automatically construct stuff. Though wood, I would say, would be useful for because wood gets used to make charcoal, and it would be nice to see how much charcoal we're making at any one time. Now, I would like a small stockpile. Somewhere about there would do quite nicely, I think. Let's pop that down and get the road going out and around. Sure, I would like to chop some of these trees. Just a path up here, because I would like to put a charcoal maker's hut about there, I'm thinking. That way, it's far enough away from their homes that people aren't likely to get too frustrated with the smoke, hopefully. We also desperately need a well somewhere so that we're guarded against the tragedy that is fire. Perhaps a well around here? Yeah, I think so. Just a well there, just to help out with the fires that we know are going to happen. We may as well, just stop trying to tell ourselves it won't. It will. It is going to happen. Eventually a dragon's going to decide, oh yeah, you're big enough now. Give me all of your... Well, actually, no, I don't want anything. I'm a dragon. I have everything I want. I'm just going to burn your village just for the sake of it. Rawr. Okay, we've got enough room up here, I would say, at this point for us to drop down a charcoal maker right about there and draw up this little road there as well. There we go. So we should start making charcoal for our peasantry, which will be grand. I would also like... Let's go ahead and place a cottage around there once we get the option to. Now, one thing to be aware of that is actually particularly cool is windmills now stack their effects. So you can actually build much more... Like, this area wouldn't be too bad for a windmill right there, but because the way windmills stack their effect, I could put one there, one here, and I'd affect these 2 tiles double. So... that's actually quite a large boost to certain tiles. Farms can become incredibly efficient if you have the time to set them up properly. And now we have enough room for a cottage, so let's go ahead and place a cottage. Yeah, sure, let's place a cottage behind the farms there. I think that'll be lovely. And then draw out this road all the way down. Now the cottage doesn't have anyone nearby as their neighbor, and that's going to make them a little bit sad, so we'll place an extra house right there, and that should give us plenty of workforce for the foreseeable future. Well, I say foreseeable future, not even close. For a little while. It depends really quite a lot on how quickly we expand. For the time being, though, I'm going to turn off working here because we definitely need more workers doing work around the rest of the kingdom until we expand out a little bit and get some more houses in. We want to hovel there as well. There we go. But I'll show you the effect on happiness. So here we have, they want access to charcoal, they don't have it. They have neighbors, so they're happy with that. They have road access, so they're happy with that. And they have a well, so they're happy with that. So these houses, particularly happy. These ones over here, they don't have charcoal, but they do still have well access. Do you have well access? You do, oh, that's fantastic. So the main thing that's hitting their happiness right now is charcoal. Once the year has passed, we'll get a bit of a readout. Only one was used by homes. I'm not sure about that one. Congratulations, Dapper Dragon's Roost is now a small village, starting to get the hang of this governing thing. Okay, fair enough. But there we go. Hopefully we'll start to see more and more people happy about the effect of this. Though people will get unhappy from various things. For example, if the quarry were... in fact, if I turn that on, they may actually get unhappy about it because the quarry makes a lot of noise. Let's do a test. Let's turn that on and then have a look. Is that affecting your happiness or are you far enough away? A fire has started! Oh no! This is why we built the well! Thank goodness. That's right, put out the fire. That's it, save the orchard. And now get the harvest in before all the food is ruined. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You've done a really good job. I'm very happy with you. Yeah, they're not unhappy about the position of the quarry, but sometimes they can be if they're too close to it. If they're too close to the charcoal maker, they get very unhappy about that. In fact, that's part of the tooltips there. But there are other buildings that we can build that will increase happiness. For example, you can build a tavern. It'll use food, but it'll increase the happiness of people around. Libraries, also churches, all of these things generally improve happiness, and it's actually quite a nice little thing to have. We could have another well down there perhaps, or a well over here. I think having a well over here would be a good idea. I want a couple of wells ultimately just dotted around the town because otherwise it's just a matter of time. You're just waiting for something to come along and ruin your day. Let's pop that down. We'll get another little townhouse right there. It'll be fine. Everything will be lovely. How are we doing for food at the moment? We're actually losing a little bit now, so that is a problem. Definitely think maybe getting a little area back here with some nice farms around it. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's chop this down and have a little road going around this area. We'll possibly have another granary there just for the ease of storage of the food that we're producing. We need to chop all of these trees down. We've got some really nice areas back there. In fact, that's probably one of the nicest places I could put one. The production bonus there. Oh, of course, we could instead have an orchard there, but honestly, I think if we could bring this out, in fact, if we do that, then I can just make a road more or less a straight down here. Oh, that's a bridge, not a road. I mean, I guess it is. It's a road that goes over water or air, but it is not a road. So there we go. That, unfortunately, does make this slightly less useful as a site for... oh, damn it. That is way too good of a place. I'm losing out too much by doing that. So we're going to have to demolish a couple of things. Alas, I'm a derp. Let's get rid of them. It's not too much that we've lost. It's renewable resources that we have to get rid of there, so it's not so bad. Okay, so food-wise, let's go ahead and build a windmill right about here, right there, and then farms all around it. It's going to look great. Now, unfortunately, that is going to really sap our population, so let's go ahead and make sure we've got a couple of villages... a couple of houses nearby to help out. Let's chop those down. We'll get a cottage or something around there. Because it's right next to the well, it'll be quite a nice little area for them. Let's go ahead and get you cottage to start with. So we'll take that around. The cottage cottage can go there, I think. That'll be fine. And then we'll have a house there And we could even have another cottage just by there as well, actually. That would expand our population quite a lot. Now, this is going to impact quite negatively the amount of time it takes to get that food, because the granary is so far away. So I'm going to say we really do actually need... Right, well, actually, we can watch how much of the food... Oh, wait, they can store it to keep. I forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. But I don't think they're going to get it all in. 5 people visited, but only 4 found satisfactory homes. I don't think all the food is going to get in by winter. Yeah, we lost a chunk of food there. We don't want to be wasting food. So, with that in mind, new granary, right there. Since we're going to have a load of fields around this area, that makes a lot of sense to me. In fact, we're going to have an awful lot of fields around here. We're probably going to have to run a road up there. And we'll even have some fields over there. I could put a little cottage there, maybe. Sorry, yeah, a little cottage, what I'm talking about. A little orchard there. Though I'd lose 1 tile of efficiency. You could even have... Yeah, you know what? This is going to be a really good area for food. We're probably not going to have to worry about food ever again. Well, that's again, it's a lie. It's very short-sighted, ever again. But we'll pop those down. And hopefully we can get another windmill up soon. We've got quite a lot of people. Base happiness is only 77. That's not great. Wants access to a road. Yeah. You got access to a road, so that's fine. But we can easily get that done for you, so don't worry about that. There we go. I'm thinking that maybe having an extra windmill here will... see, this is one of the big problems with farms, is they're flooded now because of the heavy rains. So they're not going to produce for us. This is a bit of a problem. A wee bit of a disappointment. Yeah, let's pop these down. There we go. And around here, we'll also have more farms. We are going through our wood supplies crazy fast, unfortunately. But there we go. Plenty of food there. The windmill is producing massive amounts because of its bonus. And once we've got a windmill there as well, wow, these tiles are going to be crazy. This tile will have 3 windmills affecting it. That'll be our most productive farm. It'll be grand. There we go. So fairly happy with how that's all going through. Now, where is the largest collection of our peasants? I'm thinking we'd pop a tavern nearby to affect the happiness of more people. The higher your happiness, the better the chance of getting people to stay. Though right now we've got way too many beds. You're pretty happy, actually. But head of household, residents 12. I'm thinking it would be good if we could start bringing in some taxes. Then we could build some nice things like libraries and churches. So, did you see the dragon? Perhaps we should build some kind of defense in the case it ever decides to return. So, the peasants grow unhappy. Some have no access to a church or a library. Sire, our food stores are running low. Perhaps more farms could help? Are you kidding? Are you having a laugh? My advisors... my lord. Let's ignore the advisors. They don't know what they're talking about. Maybe a little bit more wood, though, because we are actually... That is probably one of the bigger problems that we have at the moment, is getting wood into the kingdom. So let's go ahead, chop that down. How are we doing for charcoal? Very, very near. Very, very tight production versus consumption. So I think a second charcoal hut is also warranted. Let's go ahead and get a forester right about here. There we go. Can I pop that in? Oh no, it's too close. Oh, that's quite interesting. So I'd have to have the other forester out here or something similar. Okay. I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like that restriction. I feel it is a good restriction. Okay, it does mess with my plans, but I do feel it's a good restriction. Go ahead and run this road out then. Our little stockpile is starting to become not a little stockpile anymore. It's become a very, very full stockpile. Ah! There is a fire! Where are all my people with the wells? There's a well right there. Ah, thank goodness. There we go. Let's go ahead and build our forester's hut right here. It'll still cover a reasonable amount of the trees. And we'll build a road here. Or rather build a road here and then there. There we go. Perfect. And how many free peasants? We've got 10 idle peasants. We'll have another charcoal burner's hut right there. Move it around just for a little bit of diversity in the way they look. There we go. That should do a lot of work for us. Right, down here then, we want to continue with our windmills. So have a windmill there, and then we'll ultimately have another windmill up top there as well. We'll have another farm here too. Oh, it's going to be grand. This is going to produce so much food. But it's going to be a very, very obvious place for people to attack. And that is not something I particularly want to see. So, with that in mind, we're going to want to build a couple of things. There's a couple of watchtowers, really, more than anything. But a treasury is probably worth getting right now. With the front door. The front door would be there, I guess. We'll pop it right next to the castle. And as a result, the castle is upgraded. That's kind of cool, I think. You're still storing things through the castle walls. That's an impressive skill, honestly. My peasants are wizards. There we go. We're now stockpiling a decent amount of charcoal and a ridiculous amount of food. There's a fire. I can't help but notice there is a fire. It is spreading to my windmill. Please. Bloody windmills. Made of wood. Too much friction. Starting fires. That's a token. Maybe I shouldn't have the charcoal maker's hut in the forest. That could spell disaster. Let's have a quick look. What have you got to say? The peasants grow unhappy. Some have no access to church or a library. Sire, it took too long to store our harvest. Some of it was ruined by the winter. Well, I can't help with that. I really can't. Is there any visual difference to how massive? Wow, okay. That is glorious. That is a huge amount of food. Is this place full? Oh, that is why I'm having trouble. That is why there is still trouble. There is so much food to store. I've got way too much food. Way too much. Maybe what I should do is replace this one with a much larger harvest. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine for now. You guys just keep on keeping on. Right. As for a tavern, which would use up a bit more of our food, I would make at least all of these houses that much happier. Sure. Go ahead and place that down. It's a nice little spot. It's right next to its source of power. And we need a couple of places which can defend. So now towers can't be giant. Like the tower I built in my last game was enormous, but that can't happen anymore. You can't have a single tile tower higher than 3 above any support that it's got. So you need, so if you have 2 walls next to each other, and let's say they're both a height of 3, then you can't add any more to either one than 3 without increasing the other one as well. Oh, Vikings are invading. This is going to go badly for us because we have no towers. I was just talking about it. Let's build up a tower quickly. If we can manage to get that done soon, then it's going to be fine. Otherwise, they're going to make off with some of our peasants and also a chunk of our gold and our food. It's fine. It's fine. I budgeted for this. We've got ridiculous amounts of both food and peasants that we're not using. Oh, actually, no, we don't anymore. Okay. Maybe not so good. Notice the Vikings are showing up with kind of leading Vikings. They're the Viking generals. Our armies would also have generals if we had armies, but we don't. So they're just going to wade across the border. They're going to kidnap a bunch of people. It's going to be a thing that happens. They're going to also set fires because they're just jerks and don't understand conservation. You don't burn down the things that you are farming. You are farming our kingdom. You're not just trying to destroy it. One would hope. But that is actually a much bigger raid than I was anticipating. I'll be honest. That is a much bigger raid than I was anticipating. Hard mode, yeah, it caught me a little bit off guard. I should have built that castle a long time ago, though, to be perfectly honest. Just grab a couple of people and leave, will you, without setting fire to my entire village, you scallywags. Oh, you've broken my woodcutter's hut. And there's fire in the trees now as well, you scoundrels. You lost me a tree. 2 trees. I can't forgive you for this, you know. Scallywags. Oh, well. So we lost not many people, actually. Quite a sustainable amount of people. If that's all they want to take every time, I might not even build castles. But they will escalate it, because they're greedy scoundrels that they are. Right, let's keep everything moving. Now, this should be providing happiness. Base happiness of 8, consumes 10 food. Not fully staffed, though, which is unfortunate. But as a result of the tavern, residents enjoy the nearby tavern. +6 happiness. So that's actually quite nice. So our overall happiness should be rising. But there's a minus 35 trauma from recent Viking attack. Oh, bless. But it's fine. We've got a guards tower now. So what we need to do with this guards tower is stick something on top that allows people to attack. But I do need money for this. So let's go ahead. Sorry, workers, I'm taxing you. 1 gold. 1 gold. It's a very generous tax, I feel. Considering how lovely this little place is, I feel you're getting off very lightly with the taxes. No doubt someone's going to complain, because people always do when taxes are involved. Let's go around. The peasants, not having the amazing grasp of business and economics that the king has, don't understand that without taxes, I wouldn't be able to protect them or build all of the things that they like libraries. However, that being said, let's shut this down for a little bit. I need some more people out there working. We need a lot more houses right now, so we are going to have to focus on that for the time being. But money is flowing in, which is great. Plus 18 estimated total a year. That's fine. More than enough for what we need to do right now. Let's build this out as well. There we go. Our peasants despair. 1 peasant has left the kingdom. Oh, poor despairing peasants. It's okay. These houses are loyal to the cause. Right, what we want is a hovel. Let's rotate that until we've got the door facing the right way. And then, if possible, also a cottage. Right about there. Now, these guys should be super happy because of the proximity of the tavern. But I'm also going to add a library just to double down on the happiness if I can. How much is that going to cost us? 30. It's actually not too bad. I can build this right about there. It gathers knowledge and over time becomes more of an influence on happiness. You know what, though? That library would be better suited right there. So I'm afraid you're going to have to go. Don't worry, though. You found other places to live. That's great. There we are. Let's see where the front door is. The front door is that way. So now what happens is this gradually over time builds up knowledge, and the more knowledge it has, the more of an effect on happiness it has, because a library with no books is not a very fun library to be in, frankly. So that should help us out there. Gaining knowledge over time. Knowledge is happiness. 1 out of 20 knowledge stored, wages 12 gold per year. That's, it's a reasonable amount, actually. That's half of our revenue a year. And yes, I just took a massive swig of water, and the bottle was a lot noisier than I expected it to be. I do apologize. Oh, how unprofessional I am. I would like a new cottage, actually. Let's go ahead and plonk you right about there, and then build roads out around it. There we go. Perfect. I'll probably turn that into a cottage as well. Oh, you're not going to have neighbours. You're going to be very unhappy. Maybe I should just put two small hovels there. We'll see. We'll see if that's close enough or whether you get upset. Are you going to be upset? Let's have a look. Come on, hurry up. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't have neighbours. Wants them, though. Okay, yeah, that was a bad move, unfortunately. This is going to have to go then. And I'm going to have to replace that with 2 hovels instead. It's kind of annoying that we do need to do that, but you have to keep that sort of thing in mind. Don't have a single house, or single cottage, or single manor house. Though manor houses have their own special concerns on top of other things. Right, now we've got that done, we can build an archer tower. We cannot build a ballista, but that's fine. We don't really need one. We've got enough idle peasants now that the archer tower there should be more than capable of defending this area. Likewise, I would like to build something up over there, but at this point I'm going to have to open up the quarry. Let's get that rolling. We've got more than enough beds now. Now we need to work on happiness overall. Not everyone has access to a church or a library. Yeah, I know. I'll get there. Don't worry. Maybe we could have a little library just nestled in the corner there. That would actually not be a bad little spot, come to think of it. Sure, okay, let's make that so. Let's dig these up. There we are. That being said, eventually I wouldn't mind having a road running along there, possibly. Or maybe not. Maybe I could just have another hole. That would also work. Have we got well access more or less everywhere? Almost. But I wouldn't mind getting a well built up here. We've got some pretty good well access at the moment, but I think we could improve on it. So I'm going to place down a well right by there, and that should be good. All right, let's have a look. How are we doing? Overall, it's generally okay. An 82 average home happiness, trending towards 78. So we could improve that. These are the ones that are unhappy because they lack a library. So let's focus on that one first. We're going to need a lot more stone. It's going to take us a little while to get to. That's fine though. The well can go up here. So let's plonk you down right about there. Should do. But I'm thinking, yes, having an extra tower around there is probably a higher concern to me than having a library just yet. Maybe I could move you. In fact, I'm fairly certain that moving you would be a good idea. Let's go to industry. Grab the forester's hut. Forest is too close to an existing forest, so that's fine because once I demolish this one, it won't be. Now let's place this forester's hut right there instead. This way, because at this point I am actually finding that I need the extra quarrying. So we're going to build another quarry right there, and that should help out. There we go. We'll get twice as much stone flowing into the kingdom. We've got a plague. 14 peasants have been killed by the plague. 13 peasants have died of the plague because we had no hospitals. Because I don't have the stone yet to build the hospitals. That's going to affect the happiness massively. 26 sadness from recent plague deaths. It'll go down over time, but it's going to be rough. Okay. Actually, I want to talk to my advisors right now. Advisors. There we go. Sire, there are rumors of Viking ships. Perhaps we should build walls and arches. Sire, the peasants are unhappy. They need a church and libraries. Sire, it took too long to harvest. Will you ever get something new to say? I mean, granted, the whole harvesting, yes, I understand. But you should also understand that we are in no way suffering. In no way is that a concern for us right now. We'll chop that down. I don't know if the trees propagate now or not, but I hope they do. Happiness is starting to recover. There we go. It has recovered quite well, actually. It's currently trending towards 77 happiness, which is nice. Oh, dear. Oh, thank goodness that's close enough. I wasn't sure for a second. I was quite concerned. We've got something we need to say. Skylawak, shush. All right, how are we doing for stone and money? We're actually not doing too badly for either. Happiness is a concern. Actually, no, happiness seems to have stabilized. So, given that, let's go ahead and build another 3-tall tower. There we go. And that'll also clear out our stockpile there a little bit as well. I am going to need somewhere to store a lot of this stuff. Perhaps even a large stockpile back here. Though I'm a little bit concerned about that because if someone comes along and burns it, I'll cry, frankly. I would be very, very upset with that. But there we go. We've got this built up. Let's have another archer tower on top. There we go. Is this already manned? Soldier skill, plus 14%. Wages, 4 gold per... Oh, they get better over time. That would probably dissuade people from doing the tactic of only turning on the... Like, building loads of archer towers all around their kingdom, and then only turning on the archer towers on the side that's being attacked. If they get better over time by being there... That's amazing. Like, that's actually, that's not a small amount of increase either. I think that's, is it 7? Yeah, 7 extra damage from that. Not bad. Not bad at all. How are we doing for wages? Not well, actually. We're not actually bringing in enough taxes. We either need more people or we need higher taxes. A concern. How are we doing for charcoal? We're probably making ridiculous amounts of charcoal. Yeah, we are. Okay, well, one thing that's happening is our granaries are full and we're wasting food. So, one thing we can do about that is we can make bakeries, or rather bakers. Now, they'll take charcoal, they'll also take wheat, and they'll make bread. And they'll store the bread with themselves. they don't put it in the granary. So you'll empty your granary out into bread that can be stored elsewhere, which is a really, really good idea. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll have the baker here right next to this granary. We'll have another baker right here next to this granary. Okay, where are the Vikings coming from? Oh, they're coming from this side that is not at all defended. Well, scallywags. Okay, well, they're not dumb, I suppose. Right, let's have a look. So, Vikings raiders may be coming. Let's fortify as best we can. Maybe coming, really? Can't you see them? Do you not have a Am I holding the telescope? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm a selfish king. I'm not letting you have access to telescopes. They've got 3 ships this time. That's a little bit concerning, but okay. They are going to do damage on this side. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do. But hopefully if they stray too close to my towers, they'll start to take a little bit of damage. At the moment, just having like spot defenses here and there is probably enough. Though the way these fights are escalating, I'm actually considering already starting on a wall. I was hoping that I'd be able to get through a bit of it without having to build a wall, but apparently that is not on the cards for me. You're going to burn down my bakery, aren't you? Yeah, because you just hate fun. There we go, archers. Well done. Take them down. So many people. So much death. Oh, that archer actually doing a good job there. Well done. Well done indeed. Keep it up, archers. That's right. Quick, save our peasants. Well done. Oh, did we save them? Oh, did you kill? Did you make the decision? They wouldn't want to be slaves. Let's just kill them. They'd be happier to be put down. And a plague as well. My lord, the game hates me. Game hates me. Thankfully, these Vikings don't seem to know what on earth they're doing, and so they're just wandering around getting murdered by my archer towers, which I approve of enormously. The levels of approval have never been higher for Viking murder. Okay, well, that's right. You skedaddle with your tail between your legs, you scallywags. But was that actually 4 groups? Was there another group that landed somewhere? I don't see it, but oh well. No, that was actually a decent little attack. We did fend it off, but we lost a bunch of people as well. Happiness is 45. Yikes. I need some recent plague infections. 22 recently homeless. What? Did we lose a house somewhere? Anywhere? Did we lose houses? No. You scoundrel. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to need to fix that then. I could possibly plonk down a cottage there, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and we'll have this running along the outside of the keep. Something like that. There we go. That'll do. We are also going to want to build this up to 3 high so that we can deal with more Viking raids. And of course, if you have like a wall funneling the Vikings into a certain area, you can concentrate your firepower there. But that's just too easy, and I'm not playing on hard mode so I can have an easy game, frankly. Right, let's speed things up. We're doing all right, I think. Overall, I feel the kingdom is surviving. Everything could be better, without doubt. Oh wow, happiness got so low. So low. We only just managed to get back from that. That could have turned really nasty. We are very lucky, because you can completely lose. Trending towards 42. Okay, well, let's hope that we can improve this. Lots of people are unhappy. No idle workers available. Close buildings to free up more workers. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Okay, well, we don't need these right now, so I'm going to turn off the windmills, freeing 1 worker each. And they should hopefully help out. Or maybe they're just going to be absorbed by other things. Let's close you. And you. There we go. That should be enough, I think. Yeah, there we go. Let's get the rest of this place all set up. Hopefully we can get everyone into their homes and also get some defenses there. I wonder if having a tower nearby actually makes people happy. No, it doesn't. They don't get any sort of like, we are well protected bonus, which is a shame. Alright, let's have a quick look. So some foresters have so much wood, there is no place to put it. We need stockpiles to store this wood. So it took too long to store our harvest. It's fine, that's what the baker is there for. No bread can be baked without a full staff. Okay. Hopefully we get a full staff soon. There we are. There we go. That's a much more modest harvest, but that's okay, because we are struggling a little bit with storing it all. 7 people visited, but only 5 found home. 7 people visited, but only 6 found a home. That's fine. We are starting to grow our people again. Glorious. We should have some idle people in the near future. How much damage are we doing over here? Plus 30% for soldier skill. 17%. Okay, that's not too bad. Not too bad. We should wait a little longer, though, before we get more people there. We are fine for the amount of food that we've got, so I'm going to go ahead and build a bunch more cottages there. I think that is going to be important to get much more people into the kingdom, because we are really struggling with our workforce right now. We just don't have enough people. So once all of that is done, we should be a lot safer. There we go. Let's keep that all flowing in nicely. And at that point, I think we're safe enough to pop down another arch tower there. Because once these actually start to get full, we'll have all of the people we need, I would say. There we are. Let's see. How's it up to 12 peasants? There are only 8 of the 12 there at the moment. Yeah, we're up to 100. And that one hasn't even been built yet. So we should be okay, I would say. Yeah, 112 total peasants. I'll start turning things back on as I get the opportunity to. We need a library over here quite desperately. Let's make sure that the door is going to face the right way. There we are, because I'm finicky about such things. And then we're going to need another library down here, which is kind of a pain, but okay. But ultimately, I think a hospital, given the amount of plagues that we're seeing, would be wise. Let's get a hospital right about... Sure, we'll pop the hospital there. Well, actually need our food production, really? Is that really wise? I'm not sure. I'll pop the hospital over here instead. It's near enough of our houses that I think it'll make a difference. So there we go. One hospital that should be able to handle plagues, which have been hitting us a bit hard. So we've got, in this episode, a budding young kingdom. We've got some defenses, fairly light defenses overall, but again, we're not actually being attacked that heavily. We've got some decent defenses against fire. Our people are hopefully reasonably literate. We're currently producing 8 happiness from that one library there. In fact, let's actually have a look at the cottages around here. How happy are you? Happiness in the home is 82. This is actually really, really nice. They're being taxed at minus 12 on that one, but nah. Sorry, no, that's being taxed as in we're producing 12 because there are 12 people there. Oh, there we are. Congratulations, Dapper Dragon's Roost is now a burgeoning town. 100 souls. Look to you for leadership. Well, I think that is possibly the best place to wrap this episode up with there. Do let me know in the comments if you have anything you would like to see me try and design in this run through on the game. But I'm fairly happy with where we are at the moment, and I'm actually looking forward to where we can take this kingdom in the coming episodes. But until then, and as always, do take care, everyone.